So, in the finance, yesterday we have discussed what are the finance related modules are available. Okay, so and what are the project types, project roles, what is ERP, what is the dynamics benefits, basic things we have seen it, right? So that's a very basic introduction. Everybody should understand about that introduction, right? Yes, that is completed. Now let's move on to the next topic. That is also introduction only. So another 2 more days, like today and tomorrow, we will be discussing introductions only, like basics things. So how the implementation projects will be working with the methodologies and all. So once the introduction is completed, maybe after that we'll start doing a configuration in the system module wise. What are the finance modules we will be working, so that step by step we can learn it in the next sessions. But 2 more days introduction only. That's very important because we should go as a experienced candidate, or we should have some knowledge, right? So that's the reason we are taking a training. So we, how it is happening in the real time, in the real projects, what is happening, everything we should be able to understand. So that is where this introduction will be help you to gain that knowledge. Okay, so now I will be starting a topic called as a project stakeholders. Okay, before I start, same topic, whatever what we discussed in a SEM in a today's session, same topic I'm repeating in a finance session also. Whoever is attending SEM plus finance, maybe those people can drop off because same topic. Okay, so for you it is a repeated. If you are okay, you can continue. So now let us talk about a project stakeholders. In a project, there are some people will be involved. Okay, so whoever is involving, we will be calling as a stakeholder. Okay, so project stakeholders. Any idea who will be involving in any project? Who will be involving? Who will be
Business,
calling as a stakeholder? Okay, business,
business
yes.
client,
Business is nothing but client. Okay.
developers, testers,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So developers, testers, they belongs to which they all are belongs to an organization, right? So they are implementation side people, right? So they will be calling as a partners. Okay. So business team will be involved. Business is nothing but it's a client is involved. Client is nothing but it's a business team. This is a one stakeholder. Client organization will be a stakeholder. Second one, Microsoft will be involved. Microsoft. Why Microsoft is involving? Without Microsoft involvement, will I be able to do implementation? No, right? I should go to Microsoft. I should buy the licenses for my company. I wanted to implement Dynamics. Will I get Dynamics simply without paying anything? So I have to buy the license. For so many user-wise, you wanted to buy a license. Of course, you can buy a user-wise license, or as a overall, if you wanted to buy a license and you can give n number of access to the clients, yes, of course, you can give it. So Microsoft involvement is definitely there. So Microsoft is a owner and he will be also involved. So client is involved, Microsoft is involved in the project, and who else? The implementation team. Whoever is implementing the dynamics for the client. So client cannot do it on himself because they don't have a knowledge into dynamics. So they will approach the somebody who is having a knowledge into the dynamics, right? They will approach Accenture company, Deloitte, KPMG, E&Y, some big organizations they will try to approach, and they will do the implementation for the client. So whoever is doing a implementation on behalf of the Microsoft, they will be calling as a partner. Okay, who is implementing the dynamics. They will be calling as a partner. See, this is a very basic thing in every project. Client will be there, Microsoft will be there, and the partner. Partner is nothing but, for example, you are working for Infosys. You are joined in an Infosys company. Okay. So in the Infosys company, you have assigned to one of the project. So for the client, you are a partner. Infosys is a partner. So because Infosys is implementing, right? So Infosys will be calling as a partner to the client. So in any case, if we need any help, then we can approach to the Microsoft. So Microsoft is the owner. So these are the three parties will be involved in any of the project. Okay. Why are we not going to Microsoft for implementation? Microsoft is owner, right? I can directly go to Microsoft. Why I am going to partner and all? Any idea? Why are we not going to Microsoft? Why companies are not going to Microsoft directly for doing implementation? Because if I go to Microsoft, Microsoft is the owner of the product. Definitely, they may charge, right? They may charge extra because hourly basis they will charge. So I cannot pay that much of amount for the Microsoft. So that is a reason for cost. For cost is the one of the important reason for the client. They will not directly approach Microsoft for the implementation. So partners will charge lesser than Microsoft. Like at least if I can say 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, that is also sufficient, right? So partners will charge very less. In the market, you have to see who is charging for less. Infosys, Accenture, TCS, which company is charging less price and who are doing a good implementations. All this analysis after only you will be finding a partner. So that is where we are not reaching a Microsoft. For licensing and all, definitely we have to go to Microsoft only. Nowadays, instead of Microsoft, there are some companies like Sonata, okay, like Accenture. These companies are selling licenses also. Microsoft has given a approval to these companies to sell the Dynamics licenses to the clients. So now you no need to go to Microsoft also for licensing. You can directly go to Accenture or Sonata, whoever is having a access, they can also sell the licenses. Okay. So that is about project stakeholders. Okay. We understood the types, roles, stakeholders. Now let's move on to the next one. I have to start my project. As a client, I should start my project. I need Infosys or somebody. Oh, okay, I will take an example as a Accenture. Accenture is a partner for me. So I decided to go with the Accenture. So Accenture wanted to implement a dynamics for the client. So now immediately the implementation will be completed? No, right? There are some steps will be involved. Step by step, we have to do it. See, do it first step this. Second, you have to follow these instructions. Third, you should do. Fourth, you should do the testing. Fifth, you should do the development. Something, some steps will be defined, right? Who will be defining the steps? As a partner, will I define? No. Microsoft itself has defined some steps. We should follow those steps to complete the project on time. So whatever the steps has been defined by the Microsoft, that is called as a methodologies, project methodologies. Okay. So we are going to discuss about the project methodologies. Project methodologies is nothing but it defines step by step process of the project implementation. For example, you will go to airport, okay? Do you know where you have to go? Directly, you are so experienced in a airport, no, right? First time or second time we were visiting, right? So when we visit, there are some instructions. You will find the arrows, the navigations will be there. First, you should go to so and so department. After that, reach to the security. So after that, terminal will be there. Some steps, some guidance along with the people will be there to guide you, and you have a navigations also. You can follow the navigation to reach your destination, right? So if you are not following your navigation properly, definitely you will be end up with some other way. So instead of going to Mumbai, you may go to some other terminal. So maybe Bangalore terminal you will be reaching. So because you have followed a wrong navigation. Similarly, in the project implementation also, you should follow the step by step process detailed, then only you can finish the project on time without any failures. So that information step by step will be defined in the methodology. So there are three important methodologies are available for the dynamics implementation. There are so many project methodologies in the market, so many are there. Rapid grow, many are there, but we are not using all methodologies. So there are three successful methodologies are defined for the finance. So you no sorry defined for the dynamics, you can use any of the methodology. So there are three methodologies, right? Three types. One is four step methodology. The second one is agile methodology. Third one is waterfall methodology. These are the three methodologies are available for the dynamics implementation. Especially if you wanted to implement dynamics, you have to choose any one of the methodology from the list, either two-step or agile or waterfall, whatever is convenient for the organization. See, there are some organizations, okay, so they will use the two-step methodology for their implementation. Some companies will use the agile methodology. It is not a consultant decision or it is not a somebody decision. It's a management decision. It's an organization decision which methodology to be followed. Okay, so if you talk about TCS, most of the people might heard about TCS, Tata Consultants. It's a big organization, right? 5 lakh people, 5 lakh plus employees are available in the company. So in every project, irrespective of Dynamics or SAP, any project, Java, .NET, any project in the organization itself, they will follow the agile methodology to implement their projects. Any project, if you take in the TCS, they will follow the agile methodology to complete their project. Why? Because they are happy with that model. The company itself is happy with that model. So that is where they will use the agile methodology. But there are some other organizations. So for some in the organization, for few projects, they will follow agile. For a few projects, they will follow Sur step. As I told you, it's completely business decision. Okay. So whatever methodology we are following, our main achievement or main what is my main achievement? I should be able to finish the project on time. Within the estimated budget, I should be able to finish my project. So that is what our goal, right? So that is a important. You can follow any methodology, we don't have any problem. Okay, so there are three. Out of that, I am going to take one methodology and I will try to explain you in detail steps in that particular methodology. Remaining methodology is also similar only. Okay, so let me finish the source step methodology first, then in high level I will try to give you what are the steps involved in the agile methodology. Waterfall, it's not important, not many people are using either source step or agile only. Most of the organizations are using it for their implementations. So now I will take the source step methodology and I will tell you what is happening in this methodology, how every implementation project, how it will work if you select a source step methodology. So we'll try to define the steps in detail one by one. Okay, fine. Before I start the methodology step by step, I will give you small example so that we can easily understand with the steps also. Okay, let us take one example. I have a client called as a, there is a client. Okay, so we need a client, right? So client only will give the project to the partner. So client, for example, the client called as a Apollo Pharmacy. Everybody knows it, right? Pharmacy, Apollo Pharmacy. It is a medical company, medical sector. Okay, So my client is Apollo Pharmacy. My partner, we decided with Accenture, right? Let's go with the Accenture is my partner. Okay. So now Apollo Pharmacy wanted to implement the dynamics for their business. For their medical business, they wanted to implement the dynamics. Since they don't have a knowledge into the dynamics product and they don't have a expertise in the dynamics in their company, so there are people but they are not expertise in the dynamics. So that is where they have to take a somebody help, right? So that is where they saw in the market Accenture is a good implementation partner. So they have a good teams and they will do the implementation successfully. That is what we got to know. Apollo Pharmacy got to know about Accenture. So now what Apollo Pharmacy team, there is so many teams will be there in the Apollo Pharmacy, right? Sales team. So sales team will approach the Accenture sales team. Okay, so Accenture sales team will come into the picture. So Apollo Pharmacy sales team will approach the Accenture sales team. Both will have a discussions. What they will discuss? Will they discuss about the dynamics? No, both are not background of dynamics, right? They are background of sales. So what are you expecting? So how many requirements high level you will be having? So okay, so for example 20 or 30 requirements, so it's around 1 year of time. So high level they will discuss and they will try to fix the project. So Accenture sales team will try to win the project from Apollo. So some random amount, okay, it's not a final budget, okay, so estimated budget something they will fix it as a 1 crore or 2 crores, something they will fix it. And once the project is won by Accenture, now Accenture Dynamics team will come into the picture. They will prepare the actual budget. Say, not sales team. Sales team will give the high level information, high level budget something, but the actual budget will be prepared by the Dynamics team. Okay, so Dynamics team will come into the picture. In the Dynamics team, many people will be there. Many director will be there. Executive director, solution architect, project manager, senior project manager, many people will be there, right, in the organization. So they will involve. No, consultants will not involve any time in the initial discussions. Budget related discussions, consultants will not be involved. High level team only will involve and they will finalize the budget. Okay, yes, budget is finalized. So they agreed for 2 crores or something. Okay, now project manager will sit for some time, like he will prepare a project timelines. So based on the budget, he will prepare the project timelines and he will analyze how many resources are required. I need 7 people. Out of 7 people, 3 are technical consultants, 2 functional consultants, 2 finance consultants, 2 SM consultants. After that, after 6 months, I need to hire testing team. If I hire now only, they will not have any work, right? Testing team will, what they will do in the initial phases? They will sit simply, they will ideal, right? So that is where, because of the cost related and all, I cannot give simply salary to the testing team without any work. So after 6 months, I will hire the testing team. Again, everything they have to consider and they have to prepare the proper project timelines. Yes, project timelines has been prepared. Manager will start initiating a step by step process. First step, requirements. We have to, they will involve the consultants also now. Okay, consultant, solution architect, project manager, everybody will involve from the first phase onwards. It's a requirement gathering. We have to take the requirements from the Apollo Pharmacy. What is your requirement? What are you expecting? So what is your current business? Everything in detail we have to take it. Once the requirements are taken, so we have to understand what are the changes they are expecting in the dynamics. We need to provide the solution for that and do the testing, end to end testing. And once the testing is done, we need to give the training to the Apollo pharmacy team, because they don't have a much knowledge into the dynamics, how to use the dynamics also. They don't have the knowledge. So we should give the training, and we should prepare a production environment, and we should hand over to the client. So this is what the complete flow. So now I'm going to define the step by step slowly. Okay. So in the first step, once the project is with Accenture Dynamics team will come into the picture. Okay. So first phase, it may take 10 days or 15 days, based on the timelines. Each phase will have some timelines. Okay. You cannot do it in 1 day or 2 days. In the implementation project, especially when you are working in the implementation project, you will have some timelines. They will give some work to you. You need to finish in within 2 days or 3 days. There will be a timeline. Your manager will tell you. Your manager will guide you in every phase. He will be there. He will be back of you when you are not able to finish the work also. He is the main pillar of the project. So that is where we are calling as a project manager. He will guide you. You should work on this. And if you need any help from the technical consultant, he will coordinate, and he will get you on that activity also. Everywhere project manager role will be very, very important. Okay. So now first phase in the source step methodology is business diagnostic. People may call it as a business requirement gathering phase. That is also one of the terminology can be used. Business diagnostics. When I say business diagnostics, it is a business requirement gathering phase. Okay, business requirement gathering phase. What will happen in this gathering phase? Okay, so Accenture team will have a meetings with the Apollo Pharmacy. Okay, in the Apollo Pharmacy, business team will be there, business analyst will be there, right? So whoever is having a good knowledge into the business, in the you will be sitting in the client place, and if you have a complete knowledge on the business related information, you are the point of contact. For example, Anushri is the business analyst in the business side. She is working for Apollo Pharmacy, and she has a lot of knowledge what Apollo Pharmacy is doing, what is the day to day business they are doing. She knows it in detail. So now she will be the point of contact for Accenture team. Every time Accenture will approach Anushri only, because she is the point of contact. She is the good knowledge. But not only she, there is a one more person. There is a one more candidate, Srinivas. He is also business analyst. He also has a knowledge. So both people will be the point of contact to the Accenture team. So both will be interacting with the both both people will be interacting with the Accenture team to share the requirements, and to give the requirements, what they are expecting, what is the current business process, everything they will explain. Okay, so that is the business requirement gathering phase. In this phase, partner team, what do you mean by partner team? So in our example, Accenture team, partner team will interact with the client to understand the requirements, and they will gather the requirements. Okay, so what are you doing currently? Tell me about your business first, then what are you expecting from Dynamics, what do you need it? Okay, so all these things will be analyzed in the first phase. Maybe it may take 20 days or 30 days or 40 days. As I told you, based on the timelines, you should work on that. Okay, done. Requirements has been gathered properly. I have gathered all the requirements. What should I do later? You should Start working, right? Once you have understood the requirements, start working with the application, right? So before start working with the application, you need to prepare a documents. Why do we need the documents? Documents are the proof that we have decided to go with so and so process. Client can come up at any time and he can say, no, this is not the requirement. I said, you have understood in a wrong manner. So Anushri can come in at any time and she can blame the Accenture team by saying that your team did not understand my requirement. This is not the correct requirement. Why did you do this wrong requirement implementation? So they will come up, right? So that is where you should have a proof. So after listening to the all the requirements, prepare some document. After preparing the document, send it back to the client, take the approval. So this is what we discussed. Is it okay? Do you agree with these requirements? If yes, then start with the next step. Okay, so that is the second step. Preparation of documents, preparation of FRD document. Preparation of FRD document. Okay, so as I told you, preparation of FRD document, it's a functional requirement document. Two things, two scenarios are here. Okay, understand the scenarios properly. Some of the clients, okay, see, some clients are very good. Okay, so they will help you like anything. They will help you the partner team at any time, and they will help you a lot to complete the project on time. Okay, there are some clients, they will not help you, the partner. They will say, we are paying, right? You should work on yourself. If you don't give the proper requirements and if you don't give what you need it, how partner team will work? Understand? So that is very difficult. So I saw these two situations. I worked for two implementation projects earlier. First implementation project, the client is very tough. He will not ready to come for any call. He will not share any information. He will say, you do it. So whatever we do it, he will say it's wrong. Because we don't get a proper requirements and we are not able to do the proper implementations. So that is where every time it is going in a wrong way. Okay. So to be frank, the project still ongoing. Almost it's 4 years back project, still it is ongoing. There are people still working on that project. Why? Because the client cooperation is not there. So when you don't have a client cooperation, definitely will feel so difficulty to work. But there is a second project. After I left the that project, I joined into the another project. So that project, the client is very good. So she is very good and she will come for any time for a call. She will respond in the emails properly. She will give the requirements on time, and she will come for a testing also in the call sometimes. So that project has finished within 6 months only. Why? Because client is so interactive and client is giving so much of help to us. So these are the two scenarios. In one scenario, client itself will give the documents, FRD documents, all the current business process documents, and what is the requirements they're expecting, everything in detail. They will only give you. If they give you the documents, you no need to prepare anything. You should just validate, that's all. So that is one situation. Some clients will give the FRD documents by themselves only. Some of the clients, they will not give single document. You should prepare as a partner, as a partner consultant. You should, as a finance consultant or SCM consultant, you should be able to prepare the FRD documents. Hope it is clear to everyone. Two different situations I have explained you. Some clients, they will only give you the documents. In that case, you no need to prepare. Some clients, they will not prepare. They will ask you to prepare. So we should prepare it. Okay. So imagine in this situation, we are preparing it. Okay. So in this phase, requirements to be prepared in the document in detail along with the current business scenario. What is the current scenario also? We should add it. Whether they are using any ERP as of now. Okay, if what is the ERP? SAP? Yes. What are the requirements are there in that SAP? Everything you should mention it. Okay. The current business process. Okay. This also will take some time, right? Maybe 1 month or 15 days or 20 days depends upon the timelines. It will be having some time. Okay. Done. FRD document is also prepared. What is the next thing? By now, almost 1.5 month journey, right? You have interacted with the client, requirement gathering, it's around 20 days, preparation of FRD 20 days, almost 1.5 month you have spent on the project. By now, you should be able to understand what is required for the client. After that, now you should start thinking. Client has given me total 30 requirements. Imagine total 30 requirements we got it. Out of 30 requirements, okay, now how many are available in the Dynamics? You are a Dynamics consultant, right? You are a Dynamics expertise. So you have a knowledge into the product. So now you should be able to identify how many requirements are available in the Dynamics, how many requirements are not available in the Dynamics. This understanding you should be able to find out when you have a Dynamics knowledge. If you don't have a Dynamics knowledge, you will not be able to identify. So that is where Dynamics knowledge is required. How to use the application in general ledger module as a finance consultant. In the finance modules, what is available, what is not available, you should be able to remember. Then only you can do the implementation project. Okay. Yes. Now that is the third phase. What is the third phase? Gap analysis, preparation of gap analysis. So, in this phase, you should be able to identify what is there in Dynamics, what is not there in the Dynamics. I'm purely talking about a Dynamics, okay? So, gap analysis is nothing but within the Dynamics, what is there? Is there anything functionality available provided by Microsoft? Yes, it is there. Then it's fine. If it is not there, what to do with that? That we'll discuss later. So this identification you should do it. So that is called as the gap analysis. In this phase, we is nothing but Accenture team. We should be able to identify how many requirements are available in Dynamics and how many requirements are not available in Dynamics. These two things you should be able to identify. Identification is nothing but gap analysis. Okay. Now I told you 30 requirements, right? Overall 30 requirements, right? Okay. Out of 30, 24 requirements are available in Dynamics. Yes, I cross verified. I have to open each requirement. I have to see whether it is available or not. You should able to understand. You should open the Dynamics parallelly and you have to see whether the functionality available or not. So they asked me first requirement as a purchasing the products from the different vendors. That is the first requirement. Yes, we have a purchase order process in the Dynamics. By using that, you can achieve the requirement one. Requirement two, say selling the product to different customers. Yes, we have the sales order process in the system. You can use a sales order process to achieve that requirement. Third requirement, fixes. Like this, each requirement you should analyze, and that requirement is belongs to which module also you have to write it in the requirement form, so that it will be very easy for you to do the configurations in a later phase. Okay, so now out of 30, 20 are available and remaining 6 are not available. 6 are not available. What should I do with the 6 requirements? Should I go back to client and say that, sorry ma'am, or sorry sir, whatever you call it as a, okay, or sorry Anushri, so we have analyzed whatever the requirements you have given, 30 out of 20, 30, 24 only available in Dynamics and remaining 6 are not available. So what I can suggest you, please drop that 6 requirements and only use 24 requirements. Can I say that to client? Can I go back to client and say like that? Will client will accept me if I say sure no,
No.
right?
Yes.
We should not say that like that, right? So
Yeah.
either it is available or not, you should be able to give the solution. That's all. So client doesn't bother whether it is there in the dynamics, whether it is not there in the dynamics. Client is not even bothering. They are paying you. That's all. So as a partner, you should be able to find a solution which is not available in the dynamics. So whatever the 6 requirements are there, so for that you should think, you should have a solution. So based on your previous experience, that is where people will ask you, do you have experience into implementation, because your experience means a lot. So based on your experience you can give the solutions, right? So that is where they need a experienced candidates for the implementation projects. Okay, even your throughout experience you don't have a such kind of requirement, you did not come across of that scenario, you are not able to provide a solution as a consultant, as a finance consultant or SCM consultant, you are not able to provide that. What you need to do, you have a solution architect in every organization, in every project. Definitely the senior solution architect will be there. He will be having 10 to 15 years of experience into the dynamics, especially dynamics experience they will be having into implementation. They will come into the picture, they will try to help you to provide the solution for the new requirements called as a 6, whatever the number here we have. For those requirements they will come and they will have a interaction with you. So we will be having a calls with the solution architect, technical consultant and functional consultant. Everybody will interact and will have a discussion. First, take one requirement, not all 6 requirements together. Okay, first of all, one by one we should discuss. First, take one requirement. If it is a finance requirement, finance consultant will come into the picture. If it is SCM requirement, SCM consultant will be in the call. Okay, so everybody, irrespective of finance and SCM, everybody will be in the call. But main discussion between the finance, if it is a finance requirement, finance consultant will talk. If it is a SCM requirement, SCM consultant will talk. Okay, so other people will be listening what the discussion is going on, right? Okay, so during this discussion we'll have so many thoughts. As a solution architect, he will be having some suggestion, and as a technical consultant, you will be having some point. As a finance consultant, I will be having some point. As a SCM consultant, I have some point. For one requirement, multiple discussions will be happening and multiple points will come up, and we should be able to find out the single solution approach. Okay, if we do some customization in so and so form, okay, and we will be giving some connection to here, and we will be able to achieve that particular requirement. Okay, so this is what some high level analysis we will be doing in the discussion. So yes, after many discussions within 1 week or within 10 days, sometime it will take longer time, because those are new things, right? We should be have ready to give up proper solutions. For that we need to do some research. we need to go back to some expertise within the company or outside the company. I have some contacts with the Microsoft. Okay, I will go back to and I can by saying that complaint. I have one requirement. So my client has asked me. So I don't think I don't have a solution for that. So do you have any suggestions? Since you are a Microsoft team, do you have any suggestions? Do we have any customizations can be possible? So can you give me some suggestions? Like that, we will interact with many people within the company, outside the company, and we'll have some knowledge and we'll prepare the solution. Like that, for each requirement, you have to prepare the solution. So requirement 1 solution, requirement 2 solution, requirement 3 solution, requirement 4 solution, requirement 5 solution, requirement 6 solution. All requirements, individual solutions we have to prepare. Okay, you have prepared in your mind, but it should be put it in the document, right? So that is called as a next phase, preparation of FDD document. What do you mean by FDD? Functional design
Design
document.
document.
Yes. Very, very important this design document. You should write detailed explanation about your requirement. What are you going to do for this requirement? What is your design? The design is not there in the system. Please understand that is where I'm designing newly. If it is already there, why should I design? If Microsoft is already designed that requirement, I should just use it. That's all. But the design is not there. Microsoft is not given the design. Why? Because it's not used for many people. It is only for Apollo this design is required. So now I need to create a new design which is not there in the system. So that is where functional design document. In this document, you have to mention step by step what are you trying to achieve in this solution, what are you going to create. So are you expecting some new field here? Yes, I am expecting. Yes, you have to, since there is no field, you have to take a paint. Just let me take you one example. Okay, so this is a, imagine this is a Microsoft form, this is a Dynamics form. Okay, when you open Dynamics, this is a one of the form. So client is expect like what our solution is saying, have one field here. You don't have field as of now, but you should draw that. So yes, I'm expecting one field here. Write something. What is that field name? It is a optimize. Some name. That also you should only define. Okay, it's okay. So it is not exactly fit into the box. That's fine. But in real time, when you are preparing, you should put it in a proper way. Okay, in the same box, you should write that field name. Okay. So yes, this is not there, but I'm expecting. So who will do this? Technical will do, but you should tell them, right? What is the field name? Optimize is a field name. After that, when you click on that optimize, it should go to process form. There is a one more
Understand your,
form hello.
your screen is not visible.
Is my screen is not visible to everyone?
Uh, it is visible.
No, Nisha, we are able to see the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think there is a problem from your end. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
okay. So now I will, when I mention process form, so you should go to that. So this is the imagination document. Imaginary things will be there in the document, which is not there, but you should imagine and you should put, yes, this is a field. It should be there in the system. If it is there, what will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Like that, you have to use the paint or some document preparation tools are there, like snipping tool, or in the online also we will be having some tools where you have to draw the fields or something. Okay, so that is a preparation of FDD. So in detail you have to mention in the FDD document. So in this document, detailed solution to be added. Yes, I told you 6 requirements are new requirements, right? For each requirement, you need to prepare one FDD. 6 requirements, 6 FDDs will be there. Okay, who will be preparing? Here also, we have to decide if it is a SCM related requirement, SCM consultant will prepare. If it is a finance related requirement, finance consultant will prepare. If it is a combination, both will work together. Okay, please remember, in the implementation project everybody should work as a team. We should interact with everybody, we should help each other to complete the project on time. I see many people and many organizations, this problem will be there. People, they don't want to help anybody. So, for example, SCM consultant, why should I help my topic to you? Finance consultant, why should I help you? Or finance consultant will feel that, why should I help you, SCM consultant? This kind of problem, if you have it, so you will not be able to complete the project on time. So, we should help each other, either SCM or finance. Sometimes we have to pick up the topics. If it is a SCM topic, also we have to pick up. If it is a finance topic, also SCM consultant has to pick up, and we should work and we should finish the task on time. So that is where SCM consultants or finance consultants will have a both knowledge. They will have both knowledge. So that is where I see many people are trying to learn both modules together. Finance can learn candidate, SCM candidate can learn finance and SCM, and finance candidate can learn SCM and finance together. Because you will be the, you are the people in the project, you guys are the pillars, and you should work together and you should share the knowledge and you should understand the topics each other. So that is where we have to prepare the documents properly. Yes, document is ready. The document I have taken 1 week of time and I have prepared it. What is the next phase? You should hand over it to the technical team, right? Yes. So you have to inform your project manager that I have prepared a FDD document. Tell me who is the technical consultant is working on this particular requirement. So there are 3 people or 4 technical consultants will be there. Manager will see based on the criticality of the requirement. If it is very critical, then he will involve the senior technical consultant. If it is small requirement, it will be involved by the small junior consultants will be there, right? So they will come into the picture. Okay, so project manager will inform you that so and so technical is a person, he will be helping you to develop this requirement. So now you should have a call with the technical consultant and you should explain the document. What is the requirement you have defined in the document? You should open the FDD and you should give the knowledge to him. And if the technical team has any doubts, they will ask you the queries. If not, they will start working on the development. Okay, so every day technical team will come back to you if they have any queries. So because until the requirement finish, they will approach you, right? Because they need your support. So then only they can do the developments. So that is a interactive discussions on daily basis will happen. So now technical team will prepare the TDD document. So before they start developing, they will write a document, because they have to maintain the document also from the technical side. So that is a preparation of TDD document. It's a technical design document. Who will prepare? Technical team. Okay, this will be prepared by technical team based on the FDD. Whatever you understood in the FDD, based on that, you will be preparing some TDD document. Completely technical terminology will be there. Okay, so they will prepare it. Okay, so after preparing a document, they will start doing a development. developer or technical team will write the code. How long it will take to write a code? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day? It depends, right? If it is a very big requirement, they need 40, they will charge it in a hourly basis, okay? Developers will say, I need 48 hours. They will inform manager that to complete this requirement, including testing, I need 48 hours. So 48 hours is nothing but every day 9 hours, 5 days they need to finish the work. Okay, excluding holidays or week offs or something. Okay, so once the development is done, as a developer they need to test whether it is working or not, right? If they don't have a knowledge how to do the testing, they will definitely call you the functional team, and they will have a call with the functional team in the screen sharing session. One round of testing they will do, that is called as a unit testing. Unit testing will be done by the developer. It's a simple testing, high level testing, not end to end. Okay, high level testing whether the code is working or not. So that is the unit testing. With the help of functional team, developers will do the unit testing. Yes, testing is done, code is working fine, functional team is also confirmed that code is working fine. What is the next phase? The next phase will be configuration. So all parallelly, not only, see, I just mentioned for one requirement. Similarly, all the requirements will be taken care in the same time. There are other technical team also, right? They will also work on the other requirements. So for example, out of 6, 3 requirements are working parallelly. So remaining 3 requirements, once this 3 is finished, first 3 is finished, remaining 3 will be taken care by the technical consultants later. So all maybe 1 month or 1.5 month. This is an important development phase. Minimum 1.5 month or 2 months it will take. Okay, why? Because they have to do developments, and they have to show to the client whether the requirement is valid or not. A number of discussions will happen, right? So all requirements, once it is finished, then only we can call it as a development phase is completed. So that is a development related. So there is a one more thing, Azure DevOps. This is a tool. You can call it as a tool or it is a website. Whoever is working in the implementation project, they will have access to Azure DevOps. There you can create a task. For example, I am a functional consultant. I wanted to give a work to technical, that FDD. So what I will do, I will go to Azure DevOps. I will create a new task, the name as a task, and I will mention development require FDD1. This is a some requirement name I will mention, and I will add a FDD document to the task, and I will assign to Anushri. She is a technical consultant. So she will get an email by saying that you are assigned to so and so task. So frequent updates she has to mention in the task. So there is a comment section. In that section, she has to add the comments what she is working today, where she has struck. Are she were she able to provide the solution? Was she able to do the development properly on time? Every comments will be added, and she can point to the anybody if she need any help. So she can say that Anusha, can you explain me what is the point number 3? Like that also she can mention in the comment section. So I will get a notification and I will go back to her and I will explain. Everything detailed we need to mention in the Azure DevOps. This is the tracking tool. Manager can track how many tasks are open, how many are work in progress, who is working on what. Everything can be a tracker here. Okay. So that is about Azure DevOps. Yeah. So development is done. Maybe remaining steps we can see it in a tomorrow session. Okay. So testing and trainings and all the steps we'll see it in a tomorrow session. So that's all for now.